You know?
Continuing from before. Just got back from the doctors.
For them, because then, you know, not for us to use on them, but for it.
Just imagine the things that she's not willing to say on the internet. How do you come up with shit like this? Like, what kind of place do you have to go to come up with some shit like this?
A crazy person.
Like, I've been around animals and heat, and never once did I think, oh God, gee golly, I sure wish that there was a sex toy out there for my animal. I'm not muted. I really don't know what to say. It's so fucking wild and disgusting and weird. Like, seriously, I always knew that Chantel was inappropriate, and obviously seeing her relationship, the thing is, like, Chantel has a history of shit like this. This is not the first time that she's been inappropriate when it comes to animals sexually. We have several instances of Chantel being highly inappropriate sexually or talking sexually about animals, specifically cats. Wade Crafter says girls just want to be satiated. Nasty as fuck. It is, Wade Crafter. It really is. Like, it's not funny. It's not cute. It's gross.
It is.
Because, again, I don't know how you get to that place or why your mind gets to that place, but just imagine the kind of things that she's not willing to talk about publicly. If you're willing to say that publicly, I can only imagine. Girl, seek help, seriously. Liz says, yeah, the chat. Anyone else taking a drive for a cat? We knew that cat, when she got it, unfortunately, was going to end up in the situation that she's in, and then she got another female. She didn't get the cat fixed. Are we actually shocked that this is... It is some kind of... Yeah, closer. I don't disagree. Liz, thank you for the super chat. Oh, my God. Cowbella, I'm not reading it out loud, but thank you for the support.
She does want to say a cat.
Damn, dude.
She does.
I don't know what to say. Yeah. The worst that I've seen. Okay, the comment about Sam the cat was pretty fucking weird. It was very odd. It was something I had never heard before, when she talked about the new owners of the cat not liking Sam in a sexual way. Like, and you didn't just accidentally say that. Like, you said that and you meant that. And we were like, well, who would have thought that the new owners liked Sam? And it wasn't even said as a joke. Like, haha, you know, just play. No, she really actually meant that. And she used to let Sam the cat suckle on her belly. You ever had a cat that suckles? Paul still does that shit, man. He'll get on on the bed or something and get a hold of a blanket, and he'll do the little walk or whatever with his little paws, and then he'll start suckling on the blanket.
I had a cat who did that. He'd suckle on the blanket. Oh no, it was a female cat. Not on me, but on a blanket. She'll just do her thing and then find a section of the, like, somewhere on the blanket, and then as if she's a baby kitten. And I'm like, well, it's just the blanket. I'll let her do it. But to have her do something like that on me, that would be weird. And again, I hate to go back to the whole bestiality thing. I swear there are sick people in this world. Foodie is one of them. She's one of them.
She let Sam the cat suckle on her belly. And then, this is not to do with animals, but she made a weird comment about babies, which I thought was weird, and maybe I just don't know because I'm not a woman that didn't have kids, so maybe it is a thing, but I've never heard somebody say it. She said that sometimes that she would crave breastfeeding babies. I thought that shit was really weird.
That is
and
weird.
then when she was in Kuwait, things really took a turn for the worse when she got Julia, and then Julia went heat, and that whole weird situation, not with just her, but with him. When they were trying to do things to satiate Julia so she would stop crying and screaming because she was in heat. Dude, the whole situation's weird. We're just gonna keep it pushing, keep it going. I mean, I think we're all aware that we're dealing with a fucking sicko here, degenerate sicko.
That's right.
The both of them, you and him.
Yep. Brokey.
In the fridge, but man,
They are sickos.
you love to swim. I don't like public pools.
Oh yeah, and there's also that HD, the Omegle situation. That one honestly should be at the top of the fucking list. The whole Omegle situation. How she was able to ever weasel her way out of that situation. When they terminated Chantel off of YouTube, it should have been a permanent ban.
Should have.
Because it was legit what had happened. She had minors. I'm not even going to get into it. If somebody wants to talk about it, they can tell it in chat. I'm not repeating that shit. No way.
Or leave it. Thanks, Gucci.
I heard she said that she was set up. No, the fuck she wasn't.
Nope.
No, everybody was watching. Everybody was paying attention to what was happening. And when you pulled that shit, you got reported. You got reported on YouTube, and then you got reported on Twitter is what really probably got your shit taken down. And I don't know how she ended up getting it back. Liz says, saying that about babies is predator behavior. If she had kids of her own, I could understand the phrase, I miss when I used to nurse my babies. But that, I thought it was weird too. And a lot of other people had the same opinion, especially considering who it was coming from. Like, Foodie is not the one, is not the type that
I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's lingering on the P word, the PDO. You know, when she says that about wanting to allow babies to suckle on her breasts when she doesn't even have milk. I feel like it's lingering on that PDF file level.
ever sat around and was upset and sad that she somebody's in chat with the name Yaba's bitches, I'm dead. But ever like mourned not being able to have children. She was actually thrilled. Whether she really felt that way, I think she did. I think she was happy that she couldn't have kids. So it's not like she was even somebody that was very, very upset that they couldn't have kids or have that experience. She was thrilled that she couldn't have kids. She is a weirdo. Liz, thank you for the support.
I don't think she can handle kids. I don't think she would have been able to handle.
Yeah. Did it turn out well? Melly? Enjoy it. So I'm going to be on here till 6, so another 40 minutes. And then I'm going to take a break for like 3 hours, and then... I never watched the Golden Girls, really, no. And then I'm going to be on... I'll announce on my community tab on YouTube if I'm going to go on Twitch or Kick later at 9 p.m. 7 shark attacks? Oh my gosh. I see you. Thank you for being a friend. Travel around the world and back again. You're a friend.
Oh, and that's another thing.
That's
another thing, Foodie. Where is BJ's water, food, and kitty litter? Where is it? Because when you showed a little bit of your bedroom and all that stuff, like you had that stuff in your walk-in wardrobe, and then that stuff was gone. Like they weren't there anymore. So where did you move them to? Or maybe you don't have, I don't know, where are they now? Or are you going back to the same old habits of just putting the food and water on the counter forcing the cat to have to jump on the counter in order to eat and drink? And are you actually giving BJ proper food? Oh my God, I'm saying BJ. BG. Oh my God, please don't tell me I've been saying BJ for the whole time. BG, BG. Baby girl. You know what? I'm just going to call her baby girl. I mean, are you actually feeding baby girl proper food, or is it just constant snacks that you're just throwing her and you're considering that as proper food? Because that's not proper food.
Where's your kid, PG? Gummy bears and Butterfinger are the best ice cream toppings. The problem with gummy bears is that they get all hard from the cold. Hey, Mango. You don't like which? And if you screw a party.
Well, I think, like, if a woman wasn't able to have a baby, I could see them saying, you know, like, I wish I would have been able to have that experience with my own baby. I could totally see somebody saying that. It's just the way that she said it. And again, considering the source of who it came out of, it's going to sound disgusting already. Like, there's no way I think that Foodie could say that and it not sound gross. Hello, Rio. If she would have put down the fork and stopped her frivolous spending, her cat would be spayed by now and not suffering.
Exactly.
I couldn't even watch her last stream hearing the cat. The cat howling is fucking insanity. It is hard to watch. I don't disagree.
All right, but let me explain. Like, they're not suffering. They're just doing what they're programmed to do, because even the male cats do the same thing. They go out and about and they howl and meow and do call out for the females too. So they're not actually in pain or anything like that. Really, at the end of the day, it's just people find it either annoying or hard to listen to because it kind of sounds like they're in pain, but they're not in pain. That's their mating call, and that's what their mating call sounds like. They're not in pain. That's just what their mating call sounds like. And like I said, if she were just able to take her outside for a little bit, you know, on a walking leash for cats, you know, that might help a little bit. Should be outside, roaming around, sniffing, you know, looking around, calling, whatever. And then maybe she'll come back in and then quiet down. But she's too lazy to do that shit. Realistically, she had the funds months ago to be able to have done that, to have her desexed. Really. But she chose to spend her money elsewhere and on other things. So, there's that. And like I said, even though my boy, my male cat, he's desexed, he still calls out for girls. You know? And that's how it is, you know? Sometimes, you know, you can get a cat desexed and you think, you know, it'll work, and sometimes, you know, it won't. So, unfortunately, it's like that. But he doesn't do it, like, constantly. It doesn't bother me, really. I just say, sorry, but I can't let you out now. when he wants to. But I do let him out during the day, and he's quiet. He doesn't call, you know, that's when he doesn't make those sounds. But when he's inside at night, that's when they do Mostly they're communications and want to go out and about and look, because they're more nocturnal. They're more active at night. But we humans decided that we're going to stop all that and be like, well, you know, you can let your cats out during the day, but once it comes nighttime, sorry, we can't let your cats out at night, so you have to bring them in, which is stupid. So she's not, again, baby girl is not in pain. It's just the sound. That's the sound of her mating call. That's how it sounds. That's how it sounds. I've had cats since I was so young, and even back then as a little kid, I knew more about cats than what Jabba the Hutt here in her 40s knows about cats. And also I went to school and studied and did animal studies and learnt stuff as well. But also from experience I've learnt, like, you know, oh God, I'm starting to say, you know, like that idiot. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. That's the last thing I'm going to say about that idiot even coming up with that stupid, ridiculous idea about having to, instead of taking her to the vet and like de-sexing her, spaying her, she would rather purchase or create, they should create, something to, have it like a pretend, cat to do her, so to shut her up. What the fuck, man? Are you normal? You really have lost your mind. You know what? You need to be off all platforms, off all media, social media, off everything. Everything. You should not be allowed to make any money on, I don't care how many kicks there are, how many rumbles there are, how many BitChutes there are, how many YouTubes there are, how many whatever. You should not be allowed on none of them, not even on TikTok, Insta, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever. Even and any other new ones that keep popping up, you should not be allowed on none of them. In fact, you should be banned. Your internet privileges should be taken away to the point where you are not allowed to have internet anymore. That's what I think, Foodie. And then go out and get a bloody job. And that's the only way you can make money, instead of what you're doing currently, because that's the only way you're going to be able to. That is what I pray happens, where you completely are, what's the word? I was going to say obliterated, but where you're completely not shunned? No. Banned. I mean, there was a better word than banned that I was trying to think of, but I'll just leave it at that. Where you're completely banned from all medias, internet, you name it. That's what I pray for.